Hello, everyone. So my name is Michelle Shanks, and I run the First Gen Equity Program here at the university. And I know that right now a lot of you are going through the process of looking up courses to take for the upcoming semester. You are meeting with your academic advisors, and if you aren't, hopefully you're scheduling appointments for those, or those are coming up soon. But you hear a lot of students right now talking about Rate My Professor. And I understand that it is a wonderful website to go and see student opinions about professors, but a lot of that feedback skews to the negative. And I spend a lot of time working with students and showing them a tool that exists at UT that they can use to help them not just identify what professors to avoid, but also what professors to try and sign up to take, because their feedback is really good from past students who have taken their courses. So at the end of every single semester, students fill out course instructor surveys, and students have access to this information year round. They just don't know it, many of them. So I'm going to show you how to actually access the survey results that UT asks you for at the end of each semester to help you make your decision about which class and which professor may be right for you this registration season. I'm going to share my screen. And what you should be looking at is the spring 2023 course list. So say that I have options between a couple of biology courses that are, let's see, natural sciences. So say that I'm looking at a couple of bio courses. I already know that there's one that I can take, but I'm going through and I'm looking. Let's see, these are all kind of in here randomly. Okay, so maybe this is a bad example. Okay, we're going to go back. We're just going to look up bio. That's going to save us some time. Okay, so if I go to, we are looking for a course number, Bio 311C. We're going to click Find Courses. And then I can scroll through and see every single instructor that teaches that course. So for the upcoming semester, there's Elizabeth Bradbury, Deborah Hanson. If I keep going, there's going to be a lot of different professors to choose from. For this example, we're just going to be looking at Elizabeth Bradbury and Deborah Hanson. So if you go to Google and you type in UTCIS students, the first thing that pops up is going to be the Testing and Evaluation Services page. And this talks to you about course instructor surveys and exactly what I summarized for you before, that they're collected from students at the end of every semester. To review the results, you're going to scroll down to Review Results, find Course Evaluation Results. That is awesome. Okay, so this is the page that you want to be looking for. Okay, but I know that the professors who teach that class are Hanson, Deb, and I'm going to click Search. You want to make sure that you're looking at the exact course that you are looking at taking, because you want to make sure that the feedback is for the course that you're actually looking to sign up for. So the last time that Deborah Hanson taught Bio 311C looks like it was in spring of 2015. Oh, no, she's got a lot more. So they're in alphabetical order and numerical order in reverse. So let's see, fall 2016. Let's see if there are any that are a little bit more recent. She has taught this class for a very long time. Okay, so I'm going to go back all the way through to spring of 2022. Let's see if we find any. Nope. I'm going to go back. Okay, so Bio 311C for fall of 2021. Let's go ahead and see what we find. So Deborah Hanson, if you click here, it tells you the class. It reminds you the unique number. It's going to tell you how many students were in the class for enrollment at the 12th class day, and then how many students returned survey forms at the end. So we're looking at percentages out of 123 students. On the left-hand side, it tells you unique questions that were asked. Did the instructor clearly define and explain the course objectives? Were they prepared for each activity? Did they communicate effectively? Did they encourage you to take an active role in your learning? The course was well organized. There is a whole lot of information here, but My favorite is down at the bottom. Overall, I learned a great deal in this course. But as you look at this table, everything is rated in strongly disagree all the way through strongly agree. It tells you what the average was for what students said. So if I'm going down to overall, I learned a great deal in this course, 31 students or 25% said strongly agree. If I look at strongly agree and agree, you're looking at 40, 50, 60, around 66% of the class. But over here, strongly disagree and disagree, it's about 12% of the class didn't feel like they learned very much in this course. Some people like those questions at the top. For me, I like looking at these three. Overall, this instructor was. Overall, this course was, because you can have a great professor with terrible material, and you can have great material and a terrible professor, and this allows you to know the difference. So let's see, 19 and 5, so 24 said unsatisfactory or below. 57 or 46% said satisfactory, and 20%, 33, 34% said very good or excellent. So it's pretty spread across the board how they felt about the professor. Overall, the course, you'll notice that the professor gets much better ratings than the course. The course, 9% said excellent, 26% said very good, 48 said it was satisfactory, 12% said it was unsatisfactory. So looking at those percentage gives you a good idea. You can also look at the average by the student rating, the average by the organization, the school, and then the university average. So if the university average is 4.3 and this professor's average is 3.2, that means that this professor numerically is less successful than the university average. Then this one's a big one. In my opinion, the workload in this course was excessive, somewhat high, about right, somewhat light, insufficient. 60% said about right, but 36% said high or excessive. So if you are looking for a course that's a core class, knowing that a lot of people describe it as high or excessive might be a course that you want to steer away from. But let's say you have to take this course no matter what. You have to take Bio 311C. Let's look at the other instructor, Bradbury, and see if their averages or their percentages are better. So I'm going to write down really quickly. Let's see, 36 said excessive, and the professor's average was 3.2. Okay, so I'm going to go back now. And I'm going to go back, and instead of looking up Deborah Hanson, I'm going to look up Bradbury. Okay, so Elizabeth Bradbury, we've got to do the same thing here. We go through and we look at, oh, already gone past Elizabeth. Okay, most recent time Bio 311C was spring of 2022. So looking at this course, I can open it up. Let's see. So there's all the questions that you can look at, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go down to the bottom, my favorite ones. Okay, we had how many students? 20 students in this section. Out of the 20 students, let's see, 47% said this professor was excellent. 21% said very good. That gave them an average of 3.9. Very few people said very satisfactory or unsatisfactory percentage-wise. Overall, the course was excellent, very good, about half the class. So 3.9 average, 3.7 average for the course. That is much higher than Hanson's 3.2. Let's see, overall, in their opinion, the coursework was 73% said about right, and only 20% said excessive or high compared to 36% with Hansen. So if I'm picking between these two professors and I'm trying to find out information about them, you can actually go through and pick based upon this data, which can be very helpful for you. And no shade to Elizabeth Bradbury or Hansen. It's just data that I'm going off of. You could be more specific by looking at every single one of their spring 2022 sections. So maybe you look at both. Maybe one section rated them very high and one section rated them very low. But this does give you some good data points to look off of. But say that this isn't really what you want to know. Say that you are more interested in learning about what the course is and how the professor teaches the course. You can look up, and I'm going to Google past syllabi UT Austin. Okay, access syllabi and CVs. You can look up in previous years and semesters. You can look up the syllabi for a course that you're looking at taking as well. So say that I'm doing Bio 311C again, and I want to look at the difference between Hansen and Bradbury. I can see that, let's see, I'm going to search last name, Bradbury. Okay, and we are going to search. Okay, course is found. So I can see Elizabeth Bradbury's syllabus for fall of 2022. So I can see that right now. Syllabi, it's going to download the syllabi for me, and I can actually pull it open and look at it. I'm going to stop my, okay, good. I pulled it up in my browser. So you can see that Bradbury, if you decided to take Bradbury over Hansen, gives you a course description, talks to you about the core objectives of the class, talks to you about the format. There are no midterms. There are 6 quizams worth 25 points each, occurring approximately every 2 weeks. They're closed book, closed note. Let's see. Q drop policy, grade point. So this class is largely homework heavy, 300 points out of 650 coming from homework. So if you don't like to do homework, this is not the class for you. But going through, it gives you every bit of information that you might need to know. And you could look up Hansen as well and compare and see which instructor style works better for you or which grading system works better for you. Both of these are helpful tools to use. But you notice that on this page, there is also the link to the course instructor survey. There won't be any for fall 2022 because that hasn't been submitted yet, but you can go down to fall of 2018 and it will pop up the course instructor survey search for you in another window. It's just not actually functioning right now for whatever reason. There we go. So you can access the course instructor surveys this way as well. But it is my advice that you use both of these tools to help you select your courses for each upcoming semester that you may face. If you have academic advisors who've already shown you how to do this, I'm sorry if it was a waste of your time to watch. But this is information that I didn't find out until I was a senior that I wish I had in earlier semesters. And so I wanted to make sure and share it with you, especially in the event that your academic advisor has not shown you how to navigate this system yet. As is always the case, if you are a first-gen student, remember that first-gen equity exists to support you every single day with whatever problems you may be facing personally, professionally, or academically at the university. So please let us know how we can be of assistance. We are in the Student Services Building 3.200. Follow us at FirstGen Equity on any social media channels and make sure that you are signed up for the FirstGen newsletter at bit.ly/subscribe FirstGen, or you can find all of this information on our website. Good luck registering for classes and let us know how we can be of service. Have a good rest of the semester.